In the vast constellation of Asian entertainment, few pairings have burned as brightly, or left as lasting an afterglow, as Dylan Wang and Shen Yue. Their chemistry was not just written into scripts, it was felt, lived, and remembered. And now, years after they first captured hearts across continents, a new wave of emotion has begun to rise. Fans are speaking once again, louder than ever, united in one demand: bring them back together. This is the story of a movement, not orchestrated by studios or networks, but born from the hearts of millions who believe that Dylan and Shen Yue still have another story to tell. The tale began with Meteor Garden, a remake that would redefine modern Chinese drama for a global audience. Dylan Wang, then an unknown model and rookie actor, stepped into the iconic role of Dao Mingxi, a tempestuous, proud heir whose arrogance masked a childlike vulnerability. Opposite him was Shen Yue, already known for her natural, down-to-earth charm, bringing warmth and authenticity to the role of Dong Shankai. Together, they became more than characters. They became symbols of a new era in romance storytelling. Every look, every argument, every accidental touch between them felt alive. It was chemistry that didn't need special effects or background music. It was raw, unpredictable, magnetic. The audience could feel the pulse between them, the push and pull of two souls discovering love for the first time. When Meteor Garden ended, fans refused to let the curtain fall. They followed Dylan and Shen Yue through interviews, award shows, and behind-the-scenes clips, dissecting every shared glance, every smile, every unscripted laugh. And even as their careers branched into different directions, the longing for a reunion never dimmed. Years passed. Dylan Wang evolved, from the rebellious rich boy of Meteor Garden to the commanding demon king in love between fairy and devil. He grew into an actor with depth, range, and charisma, proving that his success was no accident. Shen Yue, too, transformed, taking on diverse roles that showcased her emotional maturity and quiet strength, her ability to embody innocence one moment and fierce independence the next. But no matter how far they each traveled, fans always found their way back to one question: when will Dylan and Shen Yue reunite? Then came the spark that reignited the storm. A fan campaign began quietly on social media. A few nostalgic posts, a handful of comments recalling the golden days of Meteor Garden. But within weeks, it turned into a full-blown movement. Hashtags trended. Fan pages flooded with edits, petitions, and open letters addressed to major streaming platforms. Messages poured in from across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. The sentiment was clear and unified. The world wants to see Dylan Wang and Shen Yue share the screen again. Production rumors soon followed. Anonymous leaks hinted that several studios had noticed the movement. A high-profile director was reportedly considering a new romantic drama inspired by Meteor Garden's emotional core, a modern love story set against the backdrop of fame, heartbreak, and rediscovery. Some claimed Dylan and Shen Yue had already been approached. Others speculated that informal talks had begun. The internet erupted. Articles debated their compatibility now as more mature actors. Fans crafted storylines, imagining them as rivals turned lovers, journalists entangled in a forbidden affair, or even reincarnated souls finding each other across time. To many, it wasn't just about nostalgia, it was about evolution. They wanted to see the growth, the tension, the spark reignited but reshaped by experience. In fan meet interviews, both Dylan and Shen Yue have been asked, sometimes directly, sometimes playfully, about the possibility of working together again. Dylan, ever composed, often smiles before giving a cryptic answer. If the right story comes, who knows? Shen Yue, more reserved, typically laughs softly and says, "It would be fun, wouldn't it?" And that is all it takes. Just a few words, and the fandom lights up again, believing, hoping, waiting. The fascination with their pairing isn't just rooted in beauty or nostalgia. It's the rare sense of authenticity they bring. When they act, it doesn't feel like a performance. It feels like two souls meeting in real time. In an industry where chemistry can be manufactured and fleeting, there seems eternal, the kind that defies years, trends, and even silence. Now, petitions circulate across multiple countries, with hundreds of thousands of digital signatures gathered. Major entertainment outlets have taken notice. Streaming platforms reportedly monitor the engagement, aware that a Shen Yue reunion could easily dominate ratings, just as Meteor Garden once did. For fans, this isn't merely a request, it's a reclamation of a feeling. A wish to experience that electric youthful magic once more, but with the added depth of time. They long to see what happens when two people who once embodied innocence now portray wisdom, heartbreak, and renewal. In the end, perhaps the magic of Dylan Wang and Shen Yue lies in the mystery they create. Two individuals who have grown apart yet remain forever linked by one unforgettable story. Whether or not they return to the screen together, their connection has already transcended fiction. But the cameras are waiting, the scripts are being written, and somewhere in the silent corridors of a production studio, there may already be whispers, the kind that start revolutions. Because in the world of storytelling, legends don't fade, they return. And when Dylan Wang and Shen Yue finally stand before the camera once more, it won't just be a reunion. It will be a resurrection, the rekindling of a flame that never truly went out. And until that day comes, the fans will keep the lights burning, their voices echoing the same timeless question into the wind. Will Dylan and Shen Yue return? Reunion is in motion. The internet caught fire. Within hours, hashtags blazed across every platform. The world's most persistent dream, a Dylan Wang and Shen Yue reunion, was no longer a rumor. It was a heartbeat, and that heartbeat was getting louder. What begins as a professional restoration becomes an unraveling of buried memories, lost love, and second chances. It's not just a romance, it's a story about time, healing, and the way love leaves fingerprints that never fade. The choice of roles seems deliberate, reflective, poetic, and mature. It is a story that mirrors their real lives in subtle echoes. Dylan, now more controlled and grounded than ever, fits effortlessly into the tortured artist's skin. Shen Yue, who has built a reputation for bringing emotional honesty to her performances, finds new depth in a woman who must balance duty and desire, logic and longing. Then came the twist. An insider source claimed that both actors had read the script. Dylan reportedly was deeply moved. Shen Yue, it was said, called it the most beautiful story she's read in years. And though no official statement confirmed their involvement, that was enough. For fans, hope had transformed into belief. Imagine for a moment the first day of filming. The soundstage quiets. The director calls action. Dylan turns, Shen Yue steps into the frame, and after years apart, their eyes meet under the lights once again. The air hums with unspoken familiarity, the same energy that once made Meteor Garden unforgettable, now reborn, matured, refined by time and distance. Critics speculate that The Last Promise could redefine the romantic drama genre, blending emotional realism with the dreamlike visual poetry of modern cinema. The rumored director, known for his visual elegance and minimalist dialogue, wants to let silence speak, to let Dylan and Shen Yue's chemistry do what it does best, exist naturally. If confirmed, the series is expected to explore themes both haunting and universal: the fear of being forgotten, the courage to love again, and the quiet strength it takes to rebuild a heart shattered by loss. And yet, beyond all the speculation, what truly captivates audiences is the reunion itself. Because this isn't just about two actors returning to the screen. It's about closure. About what happens when two people who once defined a generation of love stories meet again. Older, wiser, and still undeniably connected. Some say this project is more than just fan service. It's fate. The kind that circles back no matter how much time passes. The world has changed since Meteor Garden. So have Dylan and Shen Yue. But some stories, like old stars, never lose their light. They only wait for the right moment to shine again. As the rumor mill turns, anticipation swells to a fever pitch. Streaming platforms quietly compete for distribution rights. Production houses sharpen their schedules, knowing that if this project is confirmed, it will dominate headlines for months, perhaps even reshape the romantic drama landscape once more. But beyond contracts, beyond numbers, beyond screens and spotlights, something more human pulses beneath it all. The collective heartbeat of millions who once fell in love with Dylan and Shen Yue's magic, and who have never stopped believing in it. When Dylan Wang and Shen Yue finally step into the same frame again, it won't just be another drama premiere. It will be the closing of a circle. Promise fulfilled. The return of something audiences thought they would never feel again. And when that first teaser finally drops, when we see them together even for a second, the world will fall silent once more. Not because of shock, but because deep down we always knew they would find their way back.